Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the 2001 season replay here on the channel in Payoff Pitch Baseball. Block number 6 tonight is taking us to PNC Park in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for a National League Central matchup between the Chicago Cubs and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Fans here at PNC Park we're expecting a sellout tonight, but the Pirates are not doing too well in this replay already. It's very early, but we've got the leading team in the Central Division currently against the bottom team in the Central Division. But of course, it is very early in April, so we can't put too much faith in standings in April. But the fans are selling out PNC Park, and we are all set for the action tonight, so let's jump in. Starting pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates tonight is Todd Ritchie. 11-15 with a 4.47 ERA, 207 and a third innings pitched, 211 hits, 23 homers, 52 walks, and 124 strikeouts in 2001. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup for the Cubs. Leading off, we've got Eric Young at second base, Bill Miller's at third base, Rondell White is in left field, Slammin' Sammy Sosa's in right field, Todd Hundley's catching, Ricky Gutierrez is at shortstop, Matt Stairs is at first base, Gary Matthews Jr. is in center field, and the starting pitcher, Kerry Wood, will be hitting off of pitcher hitting card 9. Leading off tonight is the second baseman, Eric Young. Against a right-handed pitcher and against right-handed pitching, 4 home runs, 32 walks in 2001. We are using black, gold, and red dice tonight. Pirates are the home team. Can the Cubs extend their lead in the NL Central here early in April? Or will the Pirates play a little bit of spoiler on that? Only the dice know for sure. And in order to find out what the dice know, there's only one place we can go to get started, and that is to go to the first pitch. So here we go. We'll get the action started with an 8. That'll be a tough 13. And that'll be a called strike 3 on Young, as Ritchie will catch the strike zone with a slider. For strike 3, that'll be out number 1, and we are underway here at PNC Park. Pull a little bit more of the cable out so I've got a little bit more room to move around here. Bill Miller, now the batter for the Cubs. 4 home runs, 27 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. I'm actually going to give the camera a quick look since I did adjust some of my cabling, but we're all set. We're all good there. Ritchie looking in at Jason Kendall for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 8 is going to be a tough 81, and that's going to be a fly ball into center field. Emil Brown will get under that one for the Pirates. He will make the catch, and that will be out number 2. Two outs, and Rondell White, the left fielder, now the batter. 16 home runs, 19 walks in 2001. Ritchie looking in at Kendall for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. 11 is a patient 30, and against a righty, White's going to get into one. He'll get into one in left field. White's going to have a double. And the inning will extend for Slammin' Sammy Sosa. 51 home runs, 52 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Can't believe he had 64 homers. Well, actually, I think he was part of this home run chase, too. He had 64 homers in this season. White waiting at second with 2 outs with the first run for the Cubs. He's not going anywhere. Ritchie will get the sign from Kendall. Fans here at PNC Park know a mistake could be going to Mars. Ritchie will set, and he will pitch. 8 is going to be a tough 21. Fortunately, that's not going to be a mistake. That's going to be a swing and a miss for Sosa. Third out of the inning, and that will retire the side. The 2-out double goes for nothing. Score is now Chicago 0, Pittsburgh coming to bat. Stadium size. Phew. As DJ John 4444 and ID Jester are first to join us here at PNC Park. Welcome in tonight, gentlemen. We just started here. We're about to start the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Chicago Cubs tonight is Kerry Wood. 12-6 with a 3.36 ERA. 174 and a third innings pitched. 127 hits. 16 homers. 92 walks and 217 strikeouts in 2001. We will take our first look here at the Cubs starting line, or the Pirates starting lineup, I should say. Leading off, Jason Kendall's catching. Emil Brown is in center field. John Vanderwall is in right field. Brian Giles is in left field. Aramis Ramirez is at third base. He'll be a Cub in a couple of years. Kevin Young is at first base. Pat Mears is at second base. Jack Wilson's at shortstop. And Todd Ritchie will be hitting off of pitcher hitting card number 5. And that's the lineup Wood will have to keep in check for the Cubs tonight. Leading off for the Pirates, though, is Jason Kendall. Wood's a righty, 6 homers, 34 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. As Mike Terra Supernova also joins us here at PNC Park. Welcome in, gentlemen, and as usual, I will see you guys at the top of the second. Wood will look into Hundley for the sign. Fans here at PNC Park hoping the Pirates can get it turned around here in this 2001 replay. Wood will set, and he will pitch. 6 is going to be a tough 15, and that's a called strike 3 on Kendall. He will go down on strikes for out number 1. And Emil Brown, now the batter. 2 home runs, 6 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Wood looking in at Hundley for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. 6, that is a tough 20, and that's going to be an ugly swing by Brown, but that'll work as a strike 3, just as well as Kendall's called strike 3 will. That'll be out number 2. John Vanderwall, now the batter. 11 homers, 32 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Wood will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 10, that is a tough 51. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Kerry Wood strikes out the side as a slider catches the zone for strike 3. That will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates on strikes, thanks to Kerry Wood. After 1, no score here at PNC Park. As Philip Reynolds now stops by to join us here at PNC Park before RJL gets started with his 1980 Inside Pitch season replay. Thanks for stopping by a little bit, Philip. I'm sure you'll be floating between the two of us tonight. Plenty of great baseball here on YouTube tonight. Top of the second as Richie finishes up his warm-up tosses. Todd Hundley will take his first time in the batter's box. 12 homers, 23 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. All of Hundley's homers were against righties in 2001. Richie will get the sign from Kendall. He will set, and he will pitch. 11 is a patient 46, and against a righty, Hundley will be patient enough to lead us off with a base hit. Infield will go to double play depth as Ricky Gutierrez is now the batter. 8 homers, 33 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Richie will get the sign from Kendall. Hundley, not a threat to do much on the base paths. Richie will set, and he will pitch. 5 is an in-play 69, and that's a grounder to second. Picking that up is going to be Mears. Let's see if they can turn the double play. 7 or less on 2D6. Mears has got it. He'll throw that over to Wilson at second. That'll get Hundley. Wilson will turn, throw to Young at first. That'll be in time. That'll be a 6-4-3 double play. Stadium cheers. Yay! 2 outs in the inning. And the batter now is Matt Stairs. 17 homers, 42 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. All of his homers also coming against right-handed pitching. Richie will get the sign from Kendall. He will set, and he will pitch. 6. That is an in-play 34. That's going to be a little bit too high. That's going to get popped up on the infield. Getting under that at third base is going to be Ramirez. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates here in the top of the second. Still no score at PNC Park as we get set for the bottom of the second. That's right, RJL does have the Reds on the board tonight to open his 1980 season. I know you can't miss that. Bottom of the second coming up, and leading off for the Pirates is Brian Giles. 33 homers, 60 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Wood already off to a hot start, though. Let's see if he can continue that. Wood will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 6. That is a tough 90, and that'll be grounded over to second. Picking that up is going to be Young. He will make the play over to first, and that is out number 1. Aramis Ramirez, now the batter. 30 homers, 27 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Wood will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 10, that is a tough 37. Called strike 3 on Ramirez. Changeup gets the zone for strike 3, out number 2. 4th strikeout on the night by Wood already. He is on fire tonight. And here's Kevin Young. 11 homers, 27 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Wood will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 10, that is another tough result, 13. And Young is going to swing through a slider for strike 3. That will retire the side. Already a 5th strikeout by Wood, and we are scoreless here through 2. As 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates here in the bottom of the second. Once again, no score here at PNC Park after 2. Top of the third brings us to the bottom of the Cubs order. Gary Matthews Jr. taking his first turn at the plate. 5 homers, 29 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Richie will get the sign from Kendall. He will set, and he will pitch. 10, that is a patient 60. And against a righty, Matthews is going to smack that one into the outfield. That'll get to the gap, and he'll have a double. He'll have 2 bases. Kerry Wood, now the batter. And I think Wood, they are going to have Wood lay down the bunt here. So that's going to be bunted. Ooh, a possible error on the third baseman. Ramirez. We're looking at Ramirez on that one. Ramirez's error rating is a 3. Ramirez charges. He's going to misplay it, and that's going to be a single plus. So a 1B, that'll be a 1B and E5. As Wood's going to beat out the bunt. That'll put Wood at second. That'll bring Matthews to the plate, and that'll give the Cubs a 1-0 lead. Stadium groans. Ugh. Nobody out. EY now the batter. He struck out his first time up. Richie cannot be happy with that. He's looking over at Ramirez going, man, what is wrong with you tonight? Richie will get the sign from Kendall. He will set, and he will pitch. 8. That is a tough 50, and that's going to be grounded right back to the pitcher. Richie, so a tough, let me just look at a tough 50. I'm pretty sure that's going to end with the runner holding. Let's see, runner on second. Okay, if it's hit back to the pitcher, he looks back the lead runner and throws to first. Okay, so Young will not take, so Wood won't get to second, so that'll be a G1, R2, H for 1 out. Miller, now the batter. Miller tonight is... Miller, actually... Right. Miller tonight is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Richie, looking in at Kendall for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. The 6, that is an in-play 41, and that'll be popped up on the infield. Getting under that at shortstop is going to be Wilson. He will make the catch for out number 2. White, now the batter. White extended the first with a double. Richie will get the sign from Kendall. Fans here at PNC Park hoping for another big-time pitch. Richie will set, and he will pitch. 7, that is a tough 91, and that'll be grounded over to short. Wilson getting to that one as well. He will make the play, and that will retire the side. But the Cubs strike first. 1 run on 2 hits and an error by Ramirez. Score is now 1-0 Chicago as we move into the bottom of the third. Prefer payoff, DJ John 4444 prefers payoff pitch over inside pitch. Could never get the base running down an inside pitch. What I'll say about that, DJ John, is ever since the new base running charts came out for inside pitch, it's made the base running a whole lot easier. Where instead of it being what feels like advanced calculus trying to figure out the base running, now it's pull out the alternate base running charts, roll 2d6, the same style as the matrix and inside pitch, and you can probably get the base running from that. So it is a lot easier now, but it was definitely advanced calculus. I fought with the base running a lot, and in fact, that actually led me to purging inside pitch out of my collection at one point. I've since brought some of it back in with the base run since the base running charts came out, but I'm always skeptical about expanding it because I turned on inside pitch once, and I could easily see myself turning on it again. Bottom of the third brings us to the bottom of the Pirates' order. Pat Mears now stepping up to the plate. 3 homers, 6 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. The way Wood's pitching tonight, 1-0 could very well be enough for him, but let's find out. Wood will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 11, that's a ballpark check. 36, he's a righty, so that's just barely going to be in play. We'll roll a cocked D6. A 95, though, is going to be a fly ball into left field. White waiting there for that one. He will make the play, and that will be out number 1. Jack Wilson now stepping into the batter's box. 3 homers, 11 walks in 2001. Wood will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 6, that is a tough 62. Ooh, just misses a single. But Wilson instead is going to lift that into right field, where Sosa is back not quite to the track. He'll have plenty of room to make that catch, though. That'll be out number 2 for Wood. Two outs, and Todd Ritchie is now the batter. Wood will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 4, that's a patient 16. And against a righty, Ritchie's going to help his own cause. He's going to be at second base with a double. Wow. Ritchie jumping up and down at second, going DH. I don't need no stinking DH. Here's Kendall. Kendall struck out his first time up. Wood cannot be happy that Ritchie helped out his own cause. Wood will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a patient 23, and Kendall's going to extend the inning with a walk, and all of a sudden the Pirates have something going on here. Two outs, and Brown is now the batter. Brown tonight is 0 for 1. He also struck out. Wood now all of a sudden in a little bit of a jam here. He was looking dominant early, but now he's starting to get shaky here. Wood will get the sign from Hundley. Fans here at PNC Park hoping for a big-time hit. Wood will set, and he will pitch. 9 is a patient 4, and just like that, the bases are full of Buccaneers, and Wood can't believe it. Second walk, Wood's given up here. Vanderwall, now the batter. Vanderwall is 0 for 1. He also struck out. Hundley going to go out to the mound, talk to Wood, try to settle him down here, saying, look, you were so dominant early. What's going on? We need to get out of this inning here. Get it under control. Wood will get the sign from Hundley. Fans here at PNC Park are loud. Wood will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a patient 60. And against a righty, Vanderwall is going to get a hold of one. The Pirates will take the lead. On a single, runner on first advances 1 base. Runner on second scores. So Ritchie will score. Kendall will score. Brown will go to third. Vanderwall will go to first. Just like that, it is 2-1 in favor of the Pirates. That is a 2 RBI single by Vanderwall. Stadium cheers. Yay! And here's Giles. Giles today is 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. But man, oh man. All of a sudden, we do have some drama here for the Cubs here in the bottom of the third. Pirates just took a 2-1 lead, and the Cubs could very easily watch this game get blown open. Wood will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 6 is a tough 30. And against a righty, Giles is going to get a hold of that one. That's going to be a double. And Giles will end up at second. Everybody's going to score because of extra base movement with 2 outs. 4-1 in favor of the Pirates. Stadium cheers. Yay! As Vanderwall comes all the way around, batter now is Ramirez. Ramirez struck out his first time up. We're going to get some activity in the Cubs bullpen as getting loose for the Cubs. They're going to need somebody who can eat some innings tonight. Starting to get loose for the Cubs is going to be... Is Tavares in the rotation at this point? He probably is. He started quite a few, but... Well, he's the next starter, so I don't want to get him loosening up. But the Cubs are looking very shaky tonight. Let's see. We are looking at right. Do they have a lefty in the bullpen? They do. The Cubs are going to get Felix Heredia warming up tonight. All of a sudden, Kerry Wood looking very shaky tonight. Like I said, he came into this inning dominant, and all of a sudden just lost control of it here. Wood will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 6. That is a tough 46. And Ramirez comes through. That's going to be a base hit. Ramirez will go to first. Giles will score. And the carousel turns here for the Pirates as they now lead 5-1. Stadium cheers. Yay! Wood floundering for an out here. Here's Young. Young tonight is 0 for 1. Heredia getting loose in the bullpen on an accelerated basis as Wood is already struggling tonight. Wood will get the sign from Hundley. He will set and he will pitch. 6 is a tough 78, and that's going to be a fly ball into center field. Coming under that one for the Cubs is going to be Matthews. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. But what an inning for the Pirates. 5 runs, 4 hits, 2 walks, and not a homer to be found in there, and not quite a partridge in a pear tree, but the Pirates do find a 5-1 lead here after 3. And hey, Christmas just passed, so I'm allowed to start making Christmas jokes now. Leading off for the Cubs, as suddenly Richie finds himself with a 5-1 lead to work with, is Sosa. Sosa struck out his first time up. Wood sitting in the dugout talking to himself tonight, wondering what went wrong there in the bottom of the 3rd. Richie will get the sign from Kendall. He will set, and he will pitch. 3, that's a defense check. Looking at range on the second baseman. Second baseman for the Pirates is Mears. His range is a C. That's a 70. He's going to get that. That'll be an out. That'll be a ground ball over to Mears. He will take his time, throw it over to first. 1 out in the inning. Here's Hundley. Hundley tonight. Hundley tonight has a single. 5-1 Pirates, top of the 4th. Richie will get the sign from Kendall. He will set, and he will pitch. 7, that's going to be a tough 43. And that's going to be a swing and a miss by Hundley. Strike 3, out number 2. Just the second strikeout on the night by Richie. 2 outs in the inning, and the batter now is Gutierrez. Gutierrez grounded into a double play back in the 2nd. Richie will get the sign from Kendall. Heredia continuing to get loose for the Cubs. Richie will set, and he will pitch. 9 is a ballpark check. 85 is in play to a righty, though. And a 55, that'll be way too high. That'll be grounded over to 3rd. Ramirez will grab that one, take his time, throw it over to 1st, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Cubs here in the top of the 4th. Still 5-1 Pirates as we get set for the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th coming up brings us back to the bottom of the Pirates' order already. Here's Mears. Mears tonight flew out his first time up. Wood, knowing Heredia is ready to come in whenever he needs some help. Wood will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 5, that is a patient 9, and that's going to be a leadoff walk for Mears. as the Pirates seem to be picking up right where they left off. The infield will come to double play depth. Batter is Wilson. Wilson tonight is 0 for 1, and they're going to have him hit with the pitcher spot due up next. Wilson's going to swing. Wood will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 5, that is a patient 92, and that'll be a fly ball into left field. Getting under that is going to be Giles. He will make the play, and that will be out number 1. And here's Richie. Richie gets a nice ovation as he has a double. He had a double his first time up, but I think they're going to let him lay down the bunt here. And that'll be a good sacrifice. That'll be hit right in front of the plate. That'll be bunted beautifully right in front of the plate. The only play Hundley will have is to go to first with that, but there will be 2 outs in the inning. So a beautifully executed bunt by Hundley, or by Richie, will bring Kendall to the batter's box with Mears in scoring position. Kendall has a walk today. He's 0 for 1, though. Wood will get the sign from Hundley. Fans here at PNC Park hoping for another big-time hit. Wood will set, and he will pitch. Boxcars is a patient... That's a patient 17, and Kendall will work a 2-out walk out of the at-bat. Ooh. Cubs are having big problems tonight. Batter now is Brown. Brown today is 0 for 1 with a walk. They're going to let Wood pitch and plan on pinch hitting for him in the top of the 5th. The pitcher's spot is due up 3rd. They're going to have Wood try to get out of this inning. Wood will get the sign from Hundley. 5-1 Pirates, bottom of the 4th. Wood will set, and he will pitch. 4, that is a patient 46. And against a righty, Brown's going to have a single. Runner on first advances 1 base. So Mears will score. Kendall will go to second. Brown will go to first. 6-1 in favor of the Pirates. Actually, that should be... If I'm going to do 2-base advancement, that's how I should do it. 6-1 in favor of the Pirates. Stadium cheers. Yay! Because of 6 runs, Wood also gets a fatigue card. Batter now is Vanderwall. Vanderwall tonight is 1 for 2. He's got a single. Are they going to let Wood try to get out of the inning? Wood has been getting shelled like crazy tonight. This is a tough decision if you're a Cubs fan. I think the Cubs are going to let Wood go one more batter. They really want him to get out of this inning. If he gives up another run, though, the Cubs are going to yank him. Wood will get the sign from Hundley. Fans here at PNC Park are on their feet. Wood will set, and he will pitch. 9 is a patient. The 10 will stay patient. And a 46. Against a righty, Vanderwall is going to get into that one. That's going to be a double. That'll clear the bases. And that's going to be it for Kerry Wood. Eight to 1 in favor of the Pirates. Batter now is Giles, but that's going to be it for Wood. The Cubs have seen more than enough of Kerry Wood tonight. Wow. Oh, Kerry Wood got shelled tonight, Mike. And he gave up, let's see, hang on, let me get the pitching situation resolved. Coming into pitch for the Cubs is going to be Felix Heredia. 2-2 with a 6.17 ERA, 35 innings pitched, 45 hits, 6 homers, 16 walks, 28 strikeouts in 2001. He gave up 6. Looks like Kerry Wood gave up 6 hits. Let me get the box score for the full line on Kerry Wood. Like I said, John Vanderwall is also still Woods' base runner. 6 hits, 8 runs. It was not a good night for Kerry Wood tonight, that's for sure. Alright, so Heredia will come in to face Giles. They're probably going to need to have Heredia eat up a few innings. Let's see what he can do here. Heredia will get the sign from Hundley. 8-1 Pirates, bottom of the 4th. Heredia will set, and he will pitch. 9 is a patient 85, and not that patient against the lefty. That's going to get grounded over to second. Young will grab that one for the Cubs. He will throw that over to first, and that will finally retire the side. All of that damage coming with 2 outs, too. Let's see. That's another 3 runs. 3 runs on 2 hits and 2 walks. The Pirates holding on to an 8-1 lead after 4. Six hits on 8 runs. Yeah, there's also the matter of 3. There's also the matter of 3 walks Wood gave up. And I think starting with tonight's game, I'm going to institute definitely not Woods' night. No kidding. Let's see. Let's get the leadoff man in for the top of the 5th. Here's Stairs. Stairs today is 0 for 1. Starting with tonight's game, I think this is the second game that I've had get this out of hand in the replay. I've already had one game that was won by 10 runs. So I think starting with tonight's game, I've also had a game that's gone 20 runs. So that's gone almost 20 runs. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to institute a new house rule starting with tonight's game because I can't be going horribly late on work nights. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to check this after 5 innings. If the teams are separated by 10 or more runs, I'm going to call it a game there my reasoning is if you're separated by 10 runs, odds are one team is not going to come back, and we have to be here for another hour to go through the game anyway. So, starting with tonight's game, I'm instituting a 10-run house rule on all games. Again, the exception is going to be elimination games to that rule. That's another way I need to guard against going late on work nights. Anyway, now that we've got that sorted out, Stairs is at the plate. Stairs tonight is 0 for 1, as I mentioned. So hopefully you guys are going to be accepting of that house rule. But wow. Richie will get the sign from Kendall. Fans here at PNC Park like what they see. Richie will set, and he will pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 98. That'll be a fly ball into right field. Getting under that in right field is going to be Vanderwall. He will make the catch for out number 1. Here's Matthews. Matthews had a double his first time up, and I'm going to take a drink. Much better. Richie will get the sign from Kendall. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is an in-play 97. That's a fly ball into left field. Giles will get to that one with no trouble. He will make the catch, and that will be out number 2. And they're going to have Heredia bat. They need to get some innings out of him. He hits off a pitcher hitting card 3. Of course, no individual batting stats on the pitcher hitting cards. Richie all of a sudden with a 7-run lead here. Richie will get the sign from Kendall. He will set, and he will pitch. 6 is an in-play 32, and that's going to be grounded over to first. Grabbing that is going to be Young. He will wave off Richie coming over to cover, take that to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Cubs here in the top of the 5th. 8-1 Pirates as we get set for the bottom of the 5th. Call it postponed due to rain. A rain of baseballs probably at that point. Which technically would not be wrong in the slightest. Anyway, so the way the new mercy rule is going to work is I'm going to check it after every half inning starting. So basically I'm checking it every half inning starting now. Obviously, as you can see, it's still 8-1 Pirates. But if Pittsburgh scores at least 3 more runs in this inning, then at the end of this inning, the game is over. We're calling it. Here's Ramirez. Ramirez tonight is 1 for 2 with a single. 8-1 Pirates here in the bottom of the 5th. Heredia knows he needs to stop this bleeding. He will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is going to be a patient 68, not quite that patient. That'll be a fly ball into right field. Sosa getting over to that one. He will make the play for out number 1. Here's Young. Young tonight is 0 for 2. Heredia will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is a patient 46, and against a lefty, Young's going to work a 1-out walk out of the at-bat. Infield will go to double play depth. Mears now the batter. Mears tonight is 0 for 1 with a walk. Mears, they're not going to do anything cute here. They're already leading 8-1. Mears is going to swing away. Heredia will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is going to be an in-play 23. And against the lefty, that's going to be a base hit. Soft blooper into short right field. Young will go to third. Mears is at first, and we've got runners at the corners with 1 out. And the Pirates are continuing to pour it on here. Wilson, now the batter. The infield has got to play in. Wilson today is 0 for 2. Heredia looking in at Hundley for the sign. Fans at PNC Park hoping for something out of the Cubs, or hoping for something here. They're not hoping for anything out of the Cubs. Heredia will get the sign from Hundley, and he will pitch. 7 is going to be an in-play 92. That'll be a fly ball into left field. Getting under that one is going to be White. He will make the catch for the second out of the inning, and Young, he will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is going to be an in-play 93. That'll be a fly ball into left field. Getting under that one is going to be White. He will make the catch for the second out of the inning, and Young is going to Let's see here. Runner on third base scores if his run rating is 7 or higher. So Young will come in to score on the sacrifice fly. Young was in the 6th spot. 2 outs in the inning, but the Pirates get a... That's going to be an F7 R3 plus. That'll be 9-1 in favor of the Pirates on the sacrifice fly. Oop. Wrong thing to adjust. There we go. Batter now is Richie. Richie tonight has a double and a sacrifice hit. Heredia trying to stop the bleeding. He will get the sign from Hundley. He will set and he will pitch. 4. 4 is a ballpark check. 7 is wheelhouse. He's got to roll low. That is not going to be low. That's going to be a fly ball into left field. White right there. He'll make the play, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit, a walk, and a sacrifice fly. Score is now 9-1 Pirates after 5. As Philip Reynolds stopping back by, George Foster hits the first home run of the 1980 season, 1-0 Reds after 4. Very cool. Rain's starting to come down. Again, the rain of baseballs. We're back to the top of the Cubs' order tonight. Here's Young. Young tonight is 0 for 2. Philip, I know you're stopping. I'm not sure how much you've been listening, but starting tonight, I'm invoking a new mercy rule, just because I can't be going late all the time on weeknights. So the way it's going to work is starting in the 5th, starting after the 5th, actually starting in the middle of the 5th inning, I'm going to be checking the score I'm going to be checking the score of the game. If the teams after each half inning, if the teams are separated by 10 runs or more, then I'm going to call the game on a mercy rule and just move into ultra quick baseball, because I can't be going long nights every single night. That's just something I've got to do for my own sanity. Anyway, let's move back into our game tonight. We're going to have some more activity in the Cubs bullpen as getting loose. Next is going to be Jeff Facero. He's going to get loose for the Cubs. Richie will get the sign from Kendall. He will set and he will pitch. 6 is an in-play 44, and that's going to be popped up on the infield. Wilson will get under that at short. He will make the catch, and that is out number 1. Here's Miller. Miller tonight is 0 for 2. Richie still looks to be in command of this game. He will get the sign from Kendall. Richie will set, and he will pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 76, and that's going to be a fly ball into center field. Brown getting under that one for the Pirates. He will make the catch for out number 2. Two outs, and here's White. White is 1 for 2 with a double. Richie will get the sign from Kendall. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is a tough 33, and that's going to be a called strike 3 on White as he will retire on strikes, retiring the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Cubs here in the top of the 6th. Still 9-1 Pirates as we get set for the bottom of the 6th. And I do see clouds starting to form here at PNC Park. It's cloudy, but it's not bad here at PNC Park yet. Bottom of the 6th, it brings us back to the top of the Pirates order. Here's Kendall. Kendall tonight is 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Heredia will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 6, that is a tough 8. That's going to be an ugly swing by Kendall, but that'll be strike 3 for out number 1. Batter now is Brown. Brown tonight is 1 for 2 with a walk and a 2 RBI single. 2 RBI single. Heredia will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 10, that is a tough 44. That'll be a called strike 3 on Brown for out number 2. Batter now is Vanderwall. Vanderwall tonight is 2 for 3 with a single and a double. Heredia will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is an in-play 70. That's going to be grounded over to short. Grabbing that is going to be Gutierrez. He will make the play, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates here in the bottom of the 6th. Still 9-1 Pittsburgh after 6. Top of the 7th brings us to the middle of the Cubs order. Here's Sosa. Sosa tonight is 0 for 2. His bat has been quiet tonight. Richie will get the sign from Kendall. 9-1 Pirates here, top of the 7th. Richie will set, and he will pitch. 11 is a patient 22, and Sosa's going to work a leadoff walk out of the at-bat. Infield will go to double play depth. Batter now is Hundley. Hundley tonight is 1 for 2 with a single. We're going to get some activity in the Pirates bullpen, as getting loose for Pittsburgh is going to be who are they going to get loosening up? They're going to get Terry Mulholland warm. The Pirates are going to get Terry Mulholland loosening up. Richie will get the sign from Kendall. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is an in-play 50, and that'll be grounded over to third. Picking that up is going to be Young. 7 or less on 2D6. It's a double play. Young's got it. He'll throw that over to Wilson. That'll get Sosa. Wilson will turn and throw it back over to Young at first. That'll get Hundley, and that'll be a 3-6-3 inning derailing double play. 2 outs in the inning. Stadium cheers. Yay! Batter now is Gutierrez. Gutierrez tonight is 0 for 2. Richie will get the sign from Kendall. Fans here at PNC Park love what they see. Richie will set, and he will pitch. 8, that is going to be a tough 11. That's going to be a swing and a miss by Gutierrez, inning over. A leadoff walk goes to nothing for the Cubs, and we find ourselves at the 7th inning stretch. Saying, "Take me out to the ball game," I will take a small break. Don't forget, we will have Ultra Quick Baseball by Downey Games after tonight's game. There will be no baseball coming up on the channel until Thursday, as Tuesday is a designated rest night, and Wednesday we're stepping back into our background campaign for Hero Realms. The next time we're on the channel for the 2001 replay will be Thursday night. We will be at Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts for an American League matchup between the Minnesota Twins and the Boston Red Sox. And here's a good pitching matchup. Brad Radke will be on the mound for the Twins, and Pedro Martinez will be on the hill for the Red Sox. That should be a good one for Thursday night. Twins, Red Sox, Radke versus Martinez. Bottom of the 7th, and the Cubs are going to pull Heredia out of the game. Coming in to pitch for the Cubs will be I didn't realize he was their closer. They need a lefty. Yeah, they're going to go. Yeah, they're going to go with him. They need to stop the bleeding here. The Cubs are going to bring Jeff Fassero into pitch. 4-4 with a 3.42 ERA. 73 2/3 innings pitched, 66 hits, 6 homers, 23 walks, and 79 strikeouts in 2001. Leading off for the Pirates is Giles. Giles tonight is 1 for 3 with a double. Fassero will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 6. That is a tough 93. And that's going to be a fly ball into right field. Getting under that one for the Cubs is going to be Sosa. He will make the catch. 1 out in the inning. I was noting it in the wrong section on the score sheet as usual. Here's Ramirez. Ramirez tonight is 1 for 3. 9-1 Pirates here in the bottom of the 7th. Fassero will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 5. That's going to be a ballpark 82. 82 is in play. A 21 against the lefty. Ramirez will have a base hit. Infield will go to double play depth. Batter now is Young. Young tonight is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a walk. Young's just going to swing away. Fassero will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is an in-play 1, and against the lefty, Young's going to get into that one. That's going to be a double. Double off the wall in left field. Ramirez will score. Young will go to second. And it will be 10-1 in favor of the Pirates. Stadium cheers. Yay! And here's Mears. Mears tonight is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. And all of a sudden the rain is starting to fall here at PNC Park. Let's see if it's going to pick up here. Fassero will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 11, that is a tough 99. That'll be a fly ball into left field. Getting under that one is going to be White. He will make the play. 2 outs in the inning. And Young will... Let's see, on an F, that's an F7. Runner in second may attempt to advance. He's not going to advance. He will hold. But there will be 2 outs in the inning. Batter now is Wilson. Wilson tonight is 0 for 3. 10-1 Pirates, bottom of the 7th. One more run and the mercy rule is invoked. Facero will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 8. That is a tough 83, and that'll be a ground ball over to short. Grabbing that is Gutierrez. He will make the play, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits. The Pirates holding a 10-1 lead here after 7. Rain is very much picking up here. We're going to have to keep an eye on it. Leading off for the Cubs here is Richie is going to continue to pitch tonight. He's been having a dominant outing. Leading off is Stairs. Stairs tonight is 0 for 2. Mulholland is continuing to get loose in case Richie runs into trouble. Richie will get the sign from Kendall, and he will pitch. Boxcars is a wheelhouse 59. That's actually going to be a base hit for Stairs. He will have a leadoff single. The infield will go to double play depth. Batter now is Matthews. Matthews today is 1 for 2 with a double. They're not going to bother with anything cute, bunting, stealing, anything like that. Pitcher against batter. Richie will get the sign from Kendall, and he will pitch. 8 is going to be a tough 18. That'll be a swing and a miss by Matthews. Strike 3, out number 1. Facero is going to come out of the game. The Cubs are going to get some activity in the bullpen, but they are going to pinch hit for Facero. First, let me figure out who they're going to get warming up. That was their only lefty. They're going to get Kyle Farnsworth warming up. Now back to the question of the pinch hitter. The Cubs are going to have Roosevelt Brown come in and pinch hit. They're going to go lefty on righty for this one. 2 homers, 6 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Rain is still threatening. It started sprinkling a little bit, but it's not coming down too heavily yet. We'll see how long that lasts, though. Richie will get the sign from Kendall, and he will pitch. 4 is an in-play 26. And against a righty, that's going to be a base hit for Brown. Opposite field liner into left field. So that's going to be a single. Stairs is going to hold. They're not going to take any chances here. They need base runners too badly. Now, all of a sudden, we're back to the top of the order. Here's Young. Young tonight is 0 for 3. Cubs trying to make it a game. Pirates would love to debut the new mercy rule with a mercy victory tonight. Richie will get the sign from Kendall. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 65, and that's going to be a fly ball to right field. Getting under that one is going to be Vanderwall. He will make the catch. That'll be 2 outs in the inning. If it's a tough, reduce the runner's rating by 2 before attempting to advance. Stairs is already a 5. He's going to hold. 2 outs in the inning, and the batter now is Miller. Miller today is 0 for 3. Richie looking in at Kendall for the sign. 10-1 Pirates, top of the 8th. Richie will set, and he will pitch. 9 is going to be a ballpark check. 67, he's batting lefty. That's in play. And a 35 against a righty is going to be too high. That'll get popped up on the infield. Calling everybody off at second base is going to be Mears. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Let's see. A hit. Let's see. 2 hits go for nothing for the Cubs. Still 10-1 Pirates as we get set for the bottom of the 8th. Cubs need a pitcher. Coming in to pitch for the Cubs is going to be Kyle Farnsworth. 4-6 with a 2.74 ERA. 82 innings pitched, 65 hits, 8 homers, 29 walks, 107 strikeouts in 2001. And the Pirates are going to let Richie take the plate tonight. Richie is 1 for 2 with a double and a sacrifice hit. 10-1 Pirates, bottom of the 8th. Farnsworth will get the sign from Hundley. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a patient 78. Richie's not that patient. That's going to be a fly ball into center field. Matthews will make that catch with no problem for out number 1. Here's Kendall. Kendall tonight is 0 for 2 with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Farnsworth looking in at Hundley for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. 8, that is a tough 20. That's going to be a called strike 3 on Kendall. Kendall's 3rd strikeout of the night. 2 down in the inning. And here's Brown. Brown tonight is 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Farnsworth looking in at Hundley for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is going to be a tough 19. That'll be an ugly swing by Brown, but an ugly swing is still a swing, as that'll be strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates here in the bottom of the 8th. Still 10-1 Pittsburgh after 8. But the question is, will we see some 9th inning magic? God, I hope not, because we'd be here for another hour if we start getting some 9th inning magic. But the Pirates are going to let Richie try to finish this game. Somehow the rain, it started sprinkling a little bit there in the bottom of the 7th, but it didn't get any worse than that. So we will bring the heart of the Cubs order to the plate. Here's White. White tonight is 1 for 3 with a double. It was looking mighty good for the Cubs after 2.5, but it's been all Pirates since. Richie, they're gonna let Richie try to finish this. Richie will get the sign from Kendall, and he will pitch. 10 is a patient 51, and that'll be a base hit by White. He will lead off the inning with a single. Infield will go to double play depth, and here's Sosa. Sosa tonight is 0 for 2 with a walk. Richie will get the sign from Kendall. He will set, and he will pitch. 4 is an in-play 35, and that'll be popped up on the third base side. Ramirez going into foul territory, but he will make that catch, and that'll be out number 1. 1 out in the inning, and the batter now is Hundley. Hundley today is 1 for 3. Richie looking in at Kendall for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is going to be a ballpark check. 56 for a lefty's in play. An in play 4. That's going to be a double for Hundley. Let's see what he can do with that. Actually, no, against... yeah, that is going to be a double, actually. Runners advance 2 bases on the line drive into the alley in center field. And all of a sudden, here come the Cubs with 1 out. Here's Gutierrez. Gutierrez tonight is 0 for 3. The Pirates are going to play back. They would rather have the out than the run. They're already up 10-1. And the mercy rule is not going to be invoked here anyway. Richie will get the sign from Kendall, and he will pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 93. That'll be a fly ball into left field. Getting under that one is going to be Giles. He will make the catch. 2 outs in the inning. White is not going to try to advance. His base running rating would be a 3. The last chance for the Cubs comes to Matt Stairs. Stairs tonight is 1 for 3. Pirates love what they see. The PNC Park loving what they see out of the Pirates. Cubs came in, laid an egg tonight. Cubs bench hoping for a miracle. Richie will get the sign from Kendall. Fans here at PNC Park are loud. Richie will set, and he will pitch. 10 is going to be a patient 59, and Stairs is going to have a base hit out of that one. All of a sudden, here come the Cubs. Let's see. Everybody's going to score. Richie will go to first. 10-3 in favor of the Cubs. Or in favor of the Pirates, I should say, not in favor of the Cubs. Richie is now tired. Batter now is going to be Matthews, but that's going to be it for Richie. Richie did a masterful job here, but the Pirates are going to turn it over to the lefty to get them out of the game. Coming in to pitch for the Pirates is going to be Terry Mulholland. No wins, no losses, 3.72 ERA, 36 and a third innings pitched, 38 hits, 5 homers, 10 walks, 17 strikeouts in 2001. His job, get Matthews out and end the game. Mulholland will get the sign from Kendall. He will set, and he will pitch. 6 is an in-play 47, and that's going to be grounded over to third. Ramirez up with it. He'll pump once, pump twice, throw to first. That's your game. The Pittsburgh Pirates managed to hold off a brief defiant charge from the Cubs to take this one by a final score of 10-3. Stadium cheers. Yay! Final line score coming up. Of course, it's the Digital Diamond yelling at me that the box score is not going to be official yet. But I will start on cleanup here while Digital Diamond loads up the box score for me. For the Pirates, 10 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. For the Cubs, 3 runs on 9 hits and no errors. Winning pitcher tonight is going to be Todd Ritchie, as he almost goes wire to wire. And Kerry Wood is going to end up with a loss in this one. But, of course, you guys know that we are not done yet. We still have Ultra Quick Baseball by Downey Games to get to. So bear with me while I clean up, and we will get to Ultra Quick Baseball so you can see how the rest of the majors fare here. I don't think this one's going to go into any kind of Game of the Year voting. Just the way it ended up being a blowout. There we go. Alright, I'm not going to clean everything up just yet. Like I said, there will be no baseball on the channel until Thursday. One thing I would like to know as we're going through Ultra Quick Baseball tonight is if you noticed I was using a new layout. And Mike, I'm less asking you about this than everybody else who stopped by tonight. It was actually a lot of your suggestion, Mike. So I was using a new layout, you might have noticed, where I was zoomed in a little bit further. Was that easier for you guys to see what all was going on in the game tonight? I'm just curious about that. But it is now time to see how the rest of the majors fared. And to help with that, we're going to turn to Ultra Quick Baseball by Downey Games. So the Pirates slapped the Cubs around here on the board by a final score of 10-3. So now let's see how the rest of the majors fared here in Ultra Quick Baseball. We are on April 21st. I'm going to bring my crystal light over as well. And we are going to get things started here in Ultra Quick Baseball with the Rockies and the Diamondbacks. Colorado, W51 is 7. Arizona, O14 is 2. The Rockies will pick up that win. Twins and the White Sox. Twins, Q46 is 5. White Sox, S22, that is 3. That'll be a win for Minnesota. Mets and the Reds. Mets, K33. K33 is 3. Reds, P21 is also 3. Pressure situations all around. Mets with an H36 won't score anything. Neither will the Reds with an A11, so they are going to extras. Mets roll a 3, plus 3 is 6. Reds roll a 4, minus 1 is 3. That'll be a win for the Mets in extras. Video is great and nice and tight. Could read all the cards. Thanks for the kind words, Mike. Glad to know everything is working a little bit better for you. Tigers and the Indians. Detroit, N13 is 2. Cleveland, R46 is 5. That'll be a win for the Tribe. Expos and the Marlins. Montreal so far in second place in the NL East, to my surprise. Expos, O32 is 3. Marlins, P62, that is 6. And the Fishies will double up the Expos. Cardinals and the Astros. St. Louis, R16 is 3. Astros, U43, that is 5. And the Space Goers will slay the Redbirds, at least on that one. Blue Jays and the Royals. Blue Jays, M12 is 1. Royals, P24 is 3. And the Royals will triple up the Blue Jays. Padres and the Dodgers. Padres, R41 is 4. Dodgers, O24 is 3. The Friars will get that win. Red Sox and the Yankees, good for fireworks. Red Sox wanted that one. S66 is 10. Yankees are also an S. They roll at 26. That won't be 10. That'll be 4. The Red Sox will double up the Yankees. Braves and the Phillies. Atlanta, Q11 is 0. Philadelphia, T55 is 7. The Phillies will beat up the Mets. Or will beat up the Braves. Angels and the Mariners. Anaheim, S13 is 3. Mariners, V11 is 1. That'll be a win for Anaheim. Brewers and the Giants. Brewers, Q16 is 3. San Francisco, Q24, that is also 3. Pressure situations all around. A B13 won't do anything for the Brewers. Neither will a J34 for the Giants. No, it won't. They will go to extras. Milwaukee rolls a 1. -3 is -2. San Francisco rolls a 1. +2 is 3. The Giants will take that in extras. Orioles and the Devil Rays. Baltimore, J53 is 4. Tampa Bay, M46. That is a big game for Tampa Bay. .31 has them moved down 1 column, so they're on column L now. 52 is 4, and that will be a pressure situation. I'm fairly certain the Rays are going to win this one. They're both A's. Baltimore won't score anything on a 31. Tampa Bay will on a 66. The Devil Rays will get that win in extras. Athletics and the Rangers. Oakland, N31 is 3. Rangers, V35 is 5. That's a win for the Rangers. On to April 22nd. Rockies and the Diamondbacks. Colorado, W16 is 4. Arizona, O56 is 5. That's a win for the Snakes. Twins and the White Sox. Minnesota, Q53 is 5. Chicago, S64, that is 9. That'll be a win for the Pale Hose. Mets and the Reds. Mets, K22 is 2. Reds, P62 is 6, and that game belongs to the Reds. Tigers and the Tribe. Detroit, N31 is 3. Cleveland, R44 is 5, and that'll be a win for the Tribe. Expos and the Marlins. Montreal, O45 is 4. Marlins, P65, that is 8. That'll be a win for the Fishies. Cardinals and the Astros. St. Louis, R63 is 8. Houston, U64, that is 9. And once again, the Space Goers slay the Redbirds from orbit. Blue Jays and the Royals. Blue Jays, M16 is 2. Kansas City, P13, That is 3, and Kansas City will beat Toronto again. Padres and the Dodgers. Padres, R53 is a big game. 43 sends them down 3 columns. So that'll send them to column O. 34 is 4. Dodgers are also an O. They roll a 43. That is also 4. Pressure situations all around. Padres roll, the G63 will score for San Diego in the top of the 9th. Can the Dodgers score in the bottom of the 9th with an I-32? No, they can't. That'll be a win for the Padres in extras. Right in the top of the 9th. Red Sox and the Yankees. Both teams are S's. Red Sox roll a 36. That is 5. Yankees roll a 54. That is 6. And the Yankees will beat the Red Sox. Braves and the Phillies. Atlanta, Q63 is 7. Philadelphia, T42 is 5. The Braves will get that win. Cubs and the Pirates. Cubs, N12 is 1. Pirates, P52, that is 5, and that'll be a win for the Pirates can hang the Jolly Roger again. Angels and the Mariners. Anaheim, S61 is 8. Seattle, V66 is 10, and as that shootout goes to the Mariners. Brewers and the Giants are both Qs. Milwaukee rolls a 41, that is 5. San Francisco rolls a 56, that is 6, and the Giants will get that win as well. Orioles and the Devil Rays. Baltimore, J56 is 4. Tampa Bay, M44, that is also 4. Pressure situations all around, both teams are A's. 51 won't do anything for the Orioles, neither will a 12 for the Devil Rays. They are going to extras. Orioles roll a 6, plus 1 is 7. Tampa Bay rolls a 4, plus 2 is 6. That'll be a win for Baltimore in extras. Athletics and the Rangers. Oakland, N23. N23 is 3. Rangers, V24. That is 4. That'll be a win for the Rangers. On to April 23rd. Small slate of games today. Marlins at the Diamondbacks are both S's. Marlins roll a 65. That is 9. Diamondbacks roll a 14. That is 3. The Fish will triple up the Snakes. Braves and the Astros. Atlanta, P13 is 2. Astros, U56, that is 8. Actually, U56, yeah, that's still 8. That'll still be a win for the Astros. Phillies and the Padres. Philadelphia, N21 is 2. San Diego, S44, that is 5. The Friars will pray up another win. On to April 24th. Marlins and the Diamondbacks, both S's. Marlins roll a 32. That is 4. Diamondbacks roll a 55. That is 7. The Snakes will slay the Fish this time. Twins and the Red Sox are both R's, and we will see them on Thursday night. Twins roll a 46. That is 5. Red Sox roll a 16. That is 3. That's a win for the Twins. Perhaps an omen of things to come. We'll find out Thursday night. Athletics and the White Sox. Athletics, S22 is 3. White Sox, U43. That is 5. That'll be another win for the White Sox. Angels and the Indians. Anaheim, N21 is 2. Tribe, U42 is 5. And that'll be a win for the Tribe. Cubs and the Rockies. Cubs, N43 is 4. Rockies, V64, that is 9. And the Rockies will double up the Cubs. Orioles and the Tigers. Birds and the Cats. Orioles, K24. K24 is 2. Tigers, N23 is 3. And the Kitty Cats just barely devour the Birds. Braves and the Astros. Atlanta, P41 is 4. Astros, U31. That is also 4. Pressure situations all around. Braves with a J61 will score a run. Can the Astros with a K54? Yes, they can. They are going to extras. Atlanta rolls a 3. -2 is 1. Houston rolls a 5 + 0. That'll be a win for the Astros in extras. Mike heard that Payoff Pitch came out with a computer version of the baseball game. The computer version of Payoff Pitch is still in beta. I think it's going to be available in April. Because I know I specifically asked... The only reason I know that in particular is because I asked about it when Dave Gardner was demonstrating it. I think it was either Dave Gardner or when Digital to Dice was talking about it. Because I was going to maybe use it if it was ready in time for this replay. But the date they were throwing out was April. So it's still in beta as far as I know. But I haven't heard anything further than that. So let's move back to Ultra Quick Baseball. Where were we? Oh, yes. Pirates and the Dodgers. A rematch of the 1991 NLCS from my replay. Pirates, 035. The Dodgers are going to have a happier ending. That's 4. Dodgers, N63 is 6. And the Dodgers will beat the Pirates. Mets and the Brewers. Mets, K14 is 1. Brewers, R46 is 5. And the Brew Crew will beat up on the Metropolitans. Mariners and the Yankees are both Vs. Seattle rolls a 22, that is 4. Yankees roll a 66, that is 10. The Yankees will get that win. Phillies and the Padres. Phillies, N21 is 2. Padres, S15, that is 3. The Friars will pray up yet another win. Reds and the Giants. Reds, P13 is 2. Giants, Q25 is 3. And that'll be a win for the Giants. Expos and the Cardinals are both Qs. Expos roll a 33, that is 4. Cardinals roll a 21, that is 3. Montreal will get that win. Royals and the Devil Rays. Kansas City, K11 is 0. Tampa Bay, L66 is 8. The Fishies will beat up on the Royals. Rangers and the Blue Jays. Texas, S22 is 3. Toronto, K63, that is 5. That'll be a win for the Blue Jays. And that is your Ultra Quick Baseball by Downey Games. Happy to help there, Mike. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always Thursday. Once again, no baseball until Thursday. Wednesday, we'll be stepping back into my background campaign for Hero Realms. Thursday night, we'll be at Fenway Park in Boston as the Minnesota Twins will be playing the Boston Red Sox. Brad Radke on the mound for the Twins against Pedro Martinez for the Red Sox. Saturday, Mystical Munchies will continue out of the official Frozen Cookbook as we're making the side Certain Certainties Red Braised Butter Potatoes. Sunday, we're continuing the winter campaign in Arkham Horror, the card game, with the second scenario, the Obsidian Statues. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications to get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone. The Pittsburgh Pirates have the Chicago Cubs coming in. Kerry Wood starts off dominant, but the Pirates get to him quickly and beat up on the Cubs to end up with a 10-3 victory. Once again, take care, and I will see you guys on Wednesday for Hero Realms.